Once upon a time, high above the earth, hidden among the clouds, there was a kingdom. This kingdom was known as the Sky Kingdom. This kingdom had a young and brave princess whom everyone adored, Princess Lila. Princess Lila was very different from other princesses. She was known not only for her beauty but also for her courage and curiosity. With her large, blue eyes and long, golden hair, she was captivating, but what made her truly special was her insatiable desire for adventure and her kindness. The Sky Kingdom was covered with clouds that danced in shades of blue and white every day. The sun provided brightness and warmth to this kingdom, and at night, the stars adorned the sky. In the kingdom, everyone was happy and peaceful. People lived in harmony with nature and each other. One day, Princess Lila's father, King Orion, gave her an important mission. "Dear Lila," said King Orion, "there is a village on the earth below that has a big problem. You are the only one who can help them. I trust your courage and wisdom." Lila felt both proud and excited by her father's trusting words. "Father, of course, I will help them." "What do I need to do?" she asked. King Orion gave Lila a map. This map showed the way to a hidden passage that led from the Sky Kingdom down to the earth. This map will take you to the earth. From there, you need to pass through the Blue Forest and reach the Shadow Mountains. Behind the Shadow Mountains, you will find the village that needs help. Lila carefully examined the map and immediately started preparing. She took a few necessary items with her: a compass, a water bottle, and her favorite plush bunny. She hugged her father goodbye and began her adventure-filled journey. Princess Lila used the hidden passage from the Sky Kingdom to the earth to set off. This passage was a shining ladder that softly descended through the clouds. When she reached the end of the ladder, she found herself at the entrance of the Blue Forest. The Blue Forest was named after the blue flowers that covered it. This forest glowed with a soft light at all times of the day, adding to its magical atmosphere. Lila walked carefully through the depths of the forest, stepping cautiously. The chirping birds and fluttering butterflies around her made her happy. However, she was unaware of the secrets waiting for her in the depths of the Blue Forest. After walking for a while, she came across a huge, ancient tree. This tree had a door in its trunk, and above the door, golden letters spelled out, "Wise Tree." Lila decided to knock on the door. After a short wait, the door slowly opened, and an elderly, wise tree spirit appeared. "Welcome, Princess Lila," said the wise tree. "I am the wise tree. I knew you were coming. You are here to help the earth, aren't you?" Lila was impressed by the wise tree's wisdom and nodded in response. "Yes, wise tree. I am here to fulfill the mission my father gave me. I need to find the village, but I don't know how to get through this forest." The wise tree smiled and looked at Lila. "Don't worry, little princess. I will help you. However, getting through this forest will require courage and intelligence. First, you need to find 3 magical crystals located in the heart of the forest. These crystals will show you the way to the Shadow Mountains." Lila accepted this task and started walking along the path shown by the wise tree. She faced and overcame many challenges on her journey. She found the first crystal at the bottom of a magical pond. The bright blue light reflected in the water indicated the location of the crystal. she discovered the second crystal under a giant mushroom. This mushroom was much larger and brighter than the others. The third and final crystal was Lila's greatest challenge. This crystal was hidden in the deepest and darkest corner of the forest. Lila gathered her courage and ventured into this dark corner. Along the way, she encountered eerie sounds and shadows emerging from the darkness, but she did not give up. Finally, she found the third crystal and returned to the wise tree with it. The wise tree combined the 3 crystals Lila brought and created a magical map. Here, my princess. This map will lead you to the Shadow Mountains and then to the village that awaits your help. Remember, keep your courage and goodwill throughout your journey. Lila thanked the wise tree and continued on her way. Now, with a magical map in hand and courage in her heart, she was on her way to the Shadow Mountains. Princess Lila continued her journey towards the Shadow Mountains, preparing for the challenges and dangers ahead. The Shadow Mountains were known for their high and steep cliffs, dark passages, and mysterious caves. When she reached the foot of the mountains, an old guide appeared before her. The guide, with his gray hair and wise eyes, was striking. "Hello, little princess," said the guide. "My name is Kaylin. I can guide you through the Shadow Mountains. However, to cross these mountains, you will need not only guidance but also courage and wisdom." Lila accepted Kaylin's offer, and together they started progressing through the treacherous paths of the mountains. The first obstacle was a narrow and dangerous pass. This pass was a narrow path stretching between 2 steep slopes, and the risk of falling was very high. Lila carefully advanced with Kaylin's guidance and successfully crossed the pass. The second obstacle was a dark cave. This cave was said to be a place where those who got lost never returned. Lila entered the cave with Kaylin's torch. The inside of the cave was dark and cold. However, the glowing stones and crystals on the walls helped Lila find her way. In the depths of the cave, Lila and Kaylin found an exit and successfully passed through the cave. The final obstacle was climbing to the summit of the mountain. This was the most challenging task Lila had faced so far. Reaching the summit required great endurance and determination. Lila, with Kaylin's help, made the arduous climb and finally reached the summit. When they looked down from the summit, they could see the village waiting for help. The village was located in a lush valley at the foot of the mountains. Lila began descending towards the village and finally reached the entrance of the village. The villagers welcomed the princess with great joy. Everyone had been eagerly awaiting Lila's arrival. When Lila arrived at the village, she was met with the villagers' love and gratitude. However, she immediately noticed that there was a big problem disturbing the village's peace. In the center of the village stood a gigantic statue of a monster. The villagers explained that this monster appeared every night and wreaked havoc on the village. The village elder told Lila the story of the monster. This monster is a creature that attacked our village in ancient times and caused great destruction. However, one day it suddenly disappeared, and we decided to erect its statue to never forget its memory. But recently, the monster's spirit has returned and is threatening our village again. Lila immediately took action to solve the villagers' difficult situation. She decided to investigate the places where the monster appeared at night, together with Kaylin. When night fell, Lila and Kaylin climbed a hill outside the village and waited for the monster. At midnight, a terrifying roar echoed from within the village. Lila and Kaylin quickly returned to the village and decided to face the monster. The monster was a gigantic creature with glowing red eyes and sharp teeth. However, Lila overcame her fear and stood before the monster. "Stop!" shouted Lila. "I am Princess Lila, and I am here to protect this village." "I will stop you." The monster was surprised by Lila's courage and hesitated for a moment. Taking advantage of this hesitation, Lila threw the crystals she had received from the wise tree at the monster. The crystals emitted a bright light when they hit the monster and began to surround it. The monster started shrinking slowly with this light and eventually disappeared completely. The villagers gathered to celebrate Lila's great success. Everyone expressed their gratitude to Lila. The old wise man approached Lila and said, "You are truly a brave princess, Lila. You saved our village and gave us hope. We will never forget you." Lila was filled with the villagers' love and gratitude. She thanked Kaylin and returned to her father, King Orion, in the Sky Kingdom. When she returned to the Sky Kingdom, her father, King Orion, greeted her with pride. "I am so proud of you, my dear daughter. You successfully completed your mission and saved the village." Princess Lila had learned once again that courage and goodwill always prevailed at the end of her adventure-filled journey. Everyone in the Sky Kingdom celebrated Lila's great success, and her story continued to be told from generation to generation, and so, the story of Princess Lila lived on in the Sky Kingdom as a legend showing that courage, friendship, and kindness always triumph. Would you please like the video and subscribe to my channel?